Hello, good evening, and welcome. It's Sandra Stampin on Sundays, and it's a Sandra Stampin Craft Studio. So, as the heading introduced, I wonder who's going to guess what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. So, I've got a plan in mind because I've had a very busy, hot and bothered 2 days at a craft fair locally in the village where I grew up. And it's nice networking with other people and meeting lots of new people, but it wasn't particularly busy, but it was quite relaxed and I had things to do and create while I was there, which was great. Hi Lizzie, lovely to know I'm in the right place. So, being a National Swap Ideas Day, hi Maxine, I thought let's have a hot and bothered day. I've unpacked the car, but it's all stacked up at the other end of the room. So I'm going to crack on, and I knew that today I had it in my planner that it was National Ideas Day, Swap Ideas Day. So I'm going to get you down onto the table. Hi Sue. Just going to get that one up and you'll get me in the corner, and there we go. So guess what I've got lined up for you today? Vegas swaps. Now this is just some of them. It's not all of them. But I've got 4 bags. I've got the cabin bag is still on the floor because it's just got all the loot. Hi Helen. And so it's just got all the loot. So this was all my swaps in different groups I was in. Melanie, well done. Nice to see you. You're over on YouTube, aren't you? Because you're in red and everybody else is in blue at the moment. So good to see you. First time you've joined me on my lives. So, being hot and bothered, I hope it's been a nice day over in Wales and everywhere else, of course. But I'm going to share with you just some of the groups. I've taken out some of the packets, so I thought we'd do a whole chunk of thank you cards, and then we'll do a whole chunk of Christmas cards. So I'm going to move these out of the way, and these are all people that I swapped with in Vegas. I have kept them in different groups because it's handy to go through and just easier to manage basically without them getting all jumbled up. So let me move the camera in a little bit tighter and get that right down onto the nitty gritty in here. There we go. Sorry you've got the shadow there. I've got all the lights on, but I'm going to move them over to one side actually, so you might be a little bit better. So some of these will have names on the back of them, so I will let you know who the swaps are from. So I joined lots of organised groups, so it was a set number. We handed our packets in and then we got the packets back at the end as well. So hi Zena, nice you could join us. So it's going to be lots and lots of ideas. So just take note, and if you do case any of these cards, just give credit to the person that I tell you has shared it with me. So this is the first one. I put it to the top of the pile. These top 2 are my favourites, and I've already done a case of this one. So it's a beautiful, this is layering leaves. These embossing folders I must share with you. I've got them still out on the table. It's not something I've had that long, so I might not have... 1, 2 and 3. I've labelled mine, and if I just move that to the side. This is a set of 3 embossing folders that come in the online exclusives. And Marilyn, that's not all of them. Like I say, I've still got probably half a suitcase, a cabin-sized suitcase down there. So these 3 embossing folders are in the online exclusives, and I want to say off the top of my head they're £28 for 3, all 3 of them. And I'm going to show you better in person. So I've got them here. I label all of mine because I find it easier. So it's a basics 3D embossing folder, the first one. So this is number, I call it 1 of 3. They're no particular order, just so that I know. Can you see all that cross hatching on there? Okay, it's really beautiful. I absolutely loved it. So that was the first one in the packet. The second one is like, can you see that on there? They could be snowflakes. They could be poinsettias. They're just a nice little floral pattern and little interlocking ones in between there. I'm just hoping the camera's picking that up on the real life version. So it's that one. And then this one, I wasn't sure about, but it's big dots. You see the size of my thumb. We've had dots before, but these are really big dots, and they are, you might see it better inside, really big dots. So compared with my little fingernail, yeah, you kind of get the idea. They're not little tiny little pimples. They're they're big spots. Okay, so that's a set of 3, and they are purely on the online exclusives, but you can order through myself as well. They don't have to just stay online. You don't have to order online and pay you $6.95. If you're local to me, then you know I help you out. So this one here is an American size card. A lot of these cards will be. They look slightly wider and slightly shorter because we all made our own size cards. Now I've got to show you, I didn't do this one online, but I think some of you who've bought from me this month already, this was my little thank you card. So I did the same sort of idea. Okay, but this is one of our note cards. So it's that wee bit smaller. Okay, so you can see that's coming that way. And in here, it's a lot smaller on this size. But I've kind of done the same idea, okay, and the same stamp. And then I decorated my envelope as well. So I've got a little bit on there like so. So that's my little take on that one. I'll pop that one over there. So that's the first one. And this is by Sharon Rogers. Okay, so that's Sharon's. So I'm going to turn these over as I do them, I think. Now, this was another one I really liked. It's used the same, trying to get the shine off there. It's used the same embossing folder on the top here, yet the bottom is plain white. So you can just cut your piece, emboss down as far as you want, and put that in the edge of the folder. Okay, and the lovely thank you there. And that's a white card again, but a peacock layer in there and a tiny piece of the designer series paper. Now this was Sun stamping with double N, so SUNN stamping. Okay, that was her card. Then not all of these might not necessarily be visible on the details without opening them. So this is a nice one. It's got, this is typical of Stephanie. She's a medic. There's a plaster on there. I'm not sure of the stamp set this is from. I recognise the papers are the ones I used on Wednesday. So they were still sitting here, delightfully eclectic. The large pack of 48 on there. Okay, and that's from Stephanie. So Stephanie's got her details on there. Stephanie's the crafty medic. She organised the swap for us. So that's that one. This one is the cupcake ones. This is, don't test me on all of the names of the stamp sets. I've got lots of them, but they're not all to hand easily. So this one's easy to hand on the table. So this is Circle Sayings. Okay, so it's got the little teacup there, the cupcake there, and some nice sentiments as the thank you from there. And she's stamped the background with the same stamp. So this is all stamped on there. So that's nice and bright and cheerful. That's that one. This one is one of the scallop dies, the rectangle dies. And this is another embossing folder. I haven't got my annual catalogue to hand easily. So I can't remember what it might be something like a tiled something here. Really pretty, and it's the boho blue card. And this one is from, I didn't say who the other last one was. This one here, the cupcake, was from Kisha Cook. Okay, the can't spell crafter, that's funny. So this one here is from Donna Taylor. Okay, and that was for backstage. That's the event we were at. This one is the same. This is one of the papers I used from the other night. This is the here with me. It's not that one, but it's one from this pack. The delightfully eclectic. The DSP, and this has been die cut. The foliage here has been die cut in vellum. Okay, and she's used that embossing folder that looks like the one from the trio. Okay, so that's in the background there, which is really pretty. It's quite a deep embossing folder, and this one is from Lynn Feldkamp. Okay, I hope you can see that. So this one is the countryside in papers. The beautiful shades of blue. This is mostly the misty moonlight. And these I recognise are the sunflower set. Okay, and the in colour dots here, really nice dots. This one is from Patty Lima. Okay, and then this one, this is a punch that I don't really understand. Hi Shaz, nice to join me. This is a punch, and how it works is that you punch this shape and then you punch the shape in between, and they do go together and they would make a jigsaw. This one here fits inside these other bits, so the two interlock. Not really my cup of tea, but when you see things done with it, it kind of changes your mind a little bit. And this is Lost Lagoon. Is it Lost Lagoon? I can't. Oh, yes, my head is rather hot today. This is Joy. Okay, so Joy Nelson is one of our Global Inspiration Stamp Team ladies. And then this is one of the new autumn ones from the Christmas catalogue. And these dies are really intricate. You've got the actual veins of the die, veins of the leaf is a die on its own right. These beautiful pumpkin papers, Karen Titus. So these are ones that people have had shipped early. So this one was my one. So I've used the papers here. I'm not sure if they were in there or not, that one. No, they weren't in that one. This was the masterfully made, I think, but it's my one that I had. So, but it's the circles again, and thank you for everything. So I did some punches from the layering leaves, but I love the colours on those ones. So that's batch number 1. So I'm going to put those back in the bag, so I keep each group together. And then we go to another group of thank yous. Okay, are you enjoying this? Are you liking to see lots of samples from different people? Please say yes. You are so funny, Marilyn. Marilyn, you're joining my niece over on YouTube, so talk to each other so you're not alone. Yeah, the layering leaves, I love it. I do love the layering leaves. So this one has got some Wink of Stella over the keyboard here. It's a shiny keyboard, and it's the Countryside Inn papers again. Okay, these flowers actually come in this set. I don't think that's in my ones on the table. The type one with a typewriter in. No, they're not out at the moment. They've obviously gone away in their rightful place in the cupboard. But it's a beautiful set. You have seen me use this before. Good inspirations, excellent, like to see. This one is Heather McClelland Lamb. Okay, and she is in Canada. So put that one over there. This one is some of the bright papers right at the front of the annual catalogue. Again, the scallop contour dies. The thanks and friend I recognise are from the Big Wish. That stamp set. There's a similar set in the Christmas catalogue to Biggest Wish. If you're a Biggest Wish fan with the big and bold and then the smaller font, you've got a similar one in the Christmas catalogue. Okay, and I think this one looks like it's a fancy fold. Let me just open this one up. Yeah, it's a partial, just decide where you want it to fold, like so. Okay, so her little slip is tucked inside there. So that was right that I opened that, wasn't it? Okay, these ribbons are a pack of 3 that come in the Balloony set. Had those out the other day. They must have gone, because I've packed things up and taken them, and I wouldn't like to guess where anything is now. But there's the yellow, the lemon lolly. There is a bright blue, which is this one in here, I think. And there is the baby pink, the bubble bath. So they're really nice ribbons, and they've got that glittery edge to them. So that's another nice one, and that is from this lady here, who is Susan Miller. Okay, so I'm going to pop that one back in the bag so I can see it. Then we've got Sending. This is looks like an easel card. It's been scored through the middle, so I think it's going to fold up as an easel. Let me just grab that one. So I'll put that over there. I can put them away later. So this lady's decorated the outside of her envelope as well, and she has scored this so it's going to pop up. So it's one of the contour envelopes, and it's literally just going to go up there like so. And then you've got the smaller one on the front there. A note of thanks is from that same sentiment. I love this. I haven't used these scallop contours on an easel card like this, so I'm really liking that. You often see the portrait easel cards, but you don't so often see the landscape one. So really liking that, and the colours are nice as well. Okay, so I'm going to flatten that, but popping the envelope, if you just take your Tombow and just cover that with adhesive, opened up like that, and then place your paper on there. You can turn it over and trim around the edge, so that makes it a nice personalised card. It makes it so much nicer for the recipient opening that. And this is from a Laura Buchler. Not sure how I pronounce that one, but that's from her. And put that one back in there. The next one is from the Circle the Sayings as well, I think. Where did I shove it in there? That one, Circle Sayings. I'll bring that one out. So that's in here as well. You've got the sunrise coming up there, and then the nice thank you. So there's the yellow ribbon again. Watching a better picture, is it? That's interesting. So this is from Kisha Cook again. Kisha Cook. So she's in two different groups. So I was in both of these groups. She was obviously in both the same groups as me. So this is a nice one. This is like a journal. This is on the back of one of the papers in that big bundle I showed you on Wednesday with the journal papers. Can you remember? I'm not sure where the pencils are from, but there's obviously a school set in there somehow, somewhere. So that is absolutely great, because that's great for a teacher gift card. And this one is another one from Stephanie. So Stephanie was in both the same groups as me. This is, yeah, the Earth and, I think it's Earth and Elegance, something similar to that. It was on my list. I haven't got around to buying that one yet, but this one has got a fancy fold, so I must take this one out. And this is from Jamie Cullop. Okay, and this is one of those ones. I used to do these years ago before I was doing Stampin' Up. I did this style, and yeah, it's kind of like it's a pop-up. It's not really an easel, but it's a pop-up. You can fold it flat like so, flat like so. Yeah, it's very nice. We'll do that one on a live at some point. It's a long while since I've done one of those. Then this one is one that carried over. It's the set that went with the scallop contours. Okay, and this is a partial fancy fold as well. This is from, Show Off Swaps Thank You 1. That was the group 1. Nothing in there to say who that's from. But she's used designer series paper. So this is a back card, and then this is a 6-inch piece, looks like, of the designer series paper. And she's folded that up. So you're seeing both sides of the paper. There's no name in there, sorry. I can't give credit for that one. Okay, so that's over there. Then this one has been made to look like a gate. I've seen these like floating panels. So you cut strips of card, and the secret is to get them lined up on your grid paper. So again, that's one I haven't done. So I'll stand that one on its end so we can look at doing one of those. And that is from Davida Lepka, and she's from Kansas, USA. So I get to see greetings from all of these countries. This one is from Nikki Barnhart, and that's an overseas number. I'm just going to take this flap out and just see if I can see what she's done on here for you. No, it's stuck down. Take that one out of the way. I think it's a fancy fold. Come on, out. Ah, this is another one. This was the one I thought the other one was. This one is a slidey uppy thingy. I don't know what I called this when I did these before. This was another one I used to do when I was doing cards before Stampin' Up. So this is a bit more difficult because you've got the lantern in the way, but your panel will come up and slide up through the middle, slit in the middle. So that's another one we could do. So I will shut that one up. And then I gave you her name, didn't I? Yeah, Nikki Barnhart. So these are all the thank you, or 2 batches of thank you ones that I took part in. So I'll leave that one out. Leave that one out and that one. Then this one, there's an owl set in there. Now, several of you know that I love owls. Yeah, there's the tree trunk with the hole cut out for the birds to sit in, and these are some of the autumn leaves. These are really etched really, really deeply. You're okay, Gillian. I'm going because today is Swap Ideas Days. The 10th of September. It's one of the awareness days. So I've decided I was going to share with you my swaps. some of my swaps from Vegas because it's sharing ideas. So I'm sharing ideas with you on Share Ideas Day. Okay, so this is the owl set that is, I'm sure it's in the annual. I might be wrong. Okay, even though I love owls, that wasn't on my list. And this is Karen Titus. She was in the other group as well with me. So that's group 2. So this was group 1. The other one was group 2. So that are all my thank you ones I have at the moment. There will be others because I took part in random ones as well. I'll put them together. And then we're going on to Christmas. So I was in group 1 and group 3. So for Christmas, you will find ones that people have shared. I don't have that owl set. I have other owl sets. That didn't really float my boat. I really like the owl from the one with the dies. I've still kept it. It's got lots of little themes. They're smaller images. They're kind of cutesy ones. And there was a Halloween one. There was a heart one with 2 owls, like a romantic one. There was a Christmas one. There was lots of different owls, but they were cutesy and they were more my style. So here we go with Christmas. So this one was Joy Nelson from Aurora. Aurora. And I have cased this already. I love this card and just the layout and how that was put together. So I love this from Joy. So that's her card. That's Christmas. Then this one, excuse me, we have one of the dies that actually cuts out all of these little holes. And then what the maker has done is put the more dazzle paper here. If you are one of the lucky ones who are around in Celebration, we have the dazzle paper. So they've put some in the annual paper, in the annual catalogue, 2 different colours, and they've called it More Dazzle because it's a similar thing, bringing more back. And that's how that one's put together. But it's very glitzy. It's very, very nice. You can't see it so well in the plastic here, but it really does give a lot of shimmer. And then the red ribbon wrapped around. And this is another one. They've put the which group it's in, but not who they are. Just see if I can get that out. Is there anything inside? No, she hasn't put who either. It's a double matte layer on there, some foam pads and an envelope. So yeah, we don't know who that one was from. That's so daisy. Let's just get that one back away. Put that one in. Now this one, I'm trying to think which papers they were from. This is a similar type of effect. This is the same die, and it looks like copper underneath there, like a coppery, and there's a pinky foil under there. The ribbon I was talking about earlier with the pink, the bubble bath. Okay, and yeah, on the pink card as well. That one doesn't look like it's got a name. If they're not obvious, I'm just not going to chase for them. Oh, there was a slip in there. So this one is from Susan Miller. Okay, so I'll pop that one in so I can see it. Then this one is this is another Stephanie. She has her style and I can instantly recognise her. So Crafty Medic Stephanie. And she has embossed this in gold. So this is the snowflake, the large snowflake is the background stamp. It's in the annual catalogue and it held over when the catalogue's changed. And the label tag on here, those tag dies are beautiful. So she also cut that little washer to put on there. Really like those. I might turn that one around because I can case that one. This is the Berry prints. Oh, your picture is so small on Facebook. Bless. Sue's on moved to YouTube with you as well. So this is the Berry prints. Now I haven't got the Bear DSP. I have the note cards and envelopes. So we might be having a look at those. So that's really nice. That's just some bear prints in the snow. And this again was another Nikki Barnhart one. So these are some dies, really nice light bulb dies. So you've got the light bulb paper DSP there. These dies are actually cutting and giving that texture on the top there as it cuts. Oh, the gold snowflakes. Yes, I know. I'll go back to that one. It's actually done in gold embossing. Gold heat embossing, but you could also have a go with the heat and stick embossing powder and the gilding flakes. That's another option there. So yeah, these are really nice. And the light bulb, this is like the filament inside the bulb. That's a die and they've been cut in silver foil. Okay. Yeah, if they're not visible, I don't like to keep digging around and wasting time. But hey, we've got time on our hands, so if I can't find anything, we'll see. Oh, there we go, inside. So this one is Pat Erkman. Let me put my glasses on, I might need them. Yes, Ertman, Pat Ertman. So that's her card, and she's done the inside there. And this is a strip of the designer series paper with fa la 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 on there as well. Okay, so that's hers. Now I cannot remember which the gingerbread set is from. I really can't remember this one, but that's obviously they're going to be in there. I don't know all the stamp sets. This is Pam Jorgensen. So I know her, she's from Australia. This one's another of the light bulbs with the pink, sort of like a cerise foil. Can you see that on the top there? It's like a cerise foil. And that cuts that in the motion of the die cutting. And then she stamped the filaments on there. So they're 3D. She's cut the bulbs and die cut those and put them on pads. Okay, and this one is from the card in there. This is Sandy Carlson. And she's from America as well. And this one, I love these papers. These are the blues and golds. I do have those, I think, to hand. So I can tell you what they are. They are the Shining Brightly 12-inch papers. And I have the 6x12s here. I've cut these in half. So these are these beautiful papers. You get 6. You get 3 of the navy patterns and 3 of the cream patterns. And these ones are only single-sided. Okay, and you do get just 6 sheets of, 6 sheets of those in there. But that's what they've done this one with. So they're little pieces of those papers. Beautiful. Lovely. So this is embossed. Oh no, is it embossed? I think that's the embossing folder, the stars embossing folder as well. And this one is Terry Brummagem Crafts a Latte. I think I'm talking more than I normally do. So this one is another one of those folds, like you've got a split fold. So you've got 2 halves that open out, and they've done this with strips going across here. So they've spaced those out. And the tiled embossing folder as well on there. And this is from Angie Brailsford. So that's that batch done. And I'll leave that one on the front, that gold snowflake. We might do that one. So that's 3 out of the 4 batches for tonight. So let's get the last lot out. This was Christmas Group 3. So we have more from these are the Berry Designer Series papers. So I haven't got the papers, I've got the note cards and envelopes. And this is, can you see this one in the background, the stars? You see that star? You've got some little tiny stars. It's a bit like the Softly So Sweetly embossing folder we had. It's graduated, so you've got heavier dots here, and then they peter off. But these ones have got little snowflakes in them, and it is actually called the Snowflake Die 3D folder. So that's what it looks like. Okay, because I had that to hand. Okay, really like that one. You do have the papers. Yeah, I love this embossing folder. Embossing folders for me are so quick and easy because they change the whole of a card quite quickly, and then that can make it so by the time you've added a few pieces of paper on there, you've got your card done. I think it's going to come up again in a sec. Okay, so really nice card, and that one is from Bonnie Sancha. So that's Bonnie's. If I go to this one first, because I know that's the same papers. Okay, this ribbon is like a velvet ribbon, a glittery velvet. That will be in the Christmas catalogue. The same embossing folder, and obviously these greetings will no doubt be from the Berry stamp set bundle. That is one with the punch, because the punch punches out the polar bear. Okay, very nice card, and that's again Stephanie. So she's done it in different colours. Really lovely. I love the way she's put her names and details on the back there. This is a gatefold, so these two open up like this. They're evenly spaced in the middle. This navy ribbon has got gold specks on it, and it goes with those papers. I did have that out on the table. Yep, I did. So if I hold this up to the camera, you'll be able to see it. I'll put it over the side here, away. So that's actually a navy colour. Put it on there. Actually got the navy colour, okay, but the glittery, focus camera. You've got the glittery bits on there. A bit like the pieces in the More Dazzle paper. Okay, so that's that one. So really nice, and they call that one is glittered ribbon. Yes, Night of Navy. So pop that one away. So that's a beautiful card there. And these are some star embossing little embellishments. So they're raised, so a bit knobbly. Okay, and this is from Margaret Knight. This one's a tiled embossing folder that we had earlier. And this has been, I don't know, recognise that paper on there. And yes, and there's some sequins, some gold sequins on there. A nice card. And that one is from Jen Charles. Okay. Then this one, this is a UK size. No, it's not. I'm Australian, yeah, Pam Jorgensen again. So she's decorated her envelope. So it's always nice to put something on the envelopes. And this is the wintry set. Some lovely foliage in there, and the papers are in these sort of colours with a little hint of the moody mauve in there. Really nice papers. Okay, so that's the Australian size, is the same as ours. So now we've got another one with the bear. This is the punch I was talking about. So these papers, there is a stamp set that looks like this, but that might have come out from the papers itself and hand fussy cut. Okay, love the colours, love the design. I'm still toying with whether I get this punch bundle. Okay, it might make its way, it might not. Okay, and this one is from Linda Pittman. So this one I've seen a lot, and I want to do this design. I forget what the name of it is, where you have the panels like this. You're making it look a little bit, the stained glass window is separate, but you're splitting these papers, and I can't remember the name of it, but I will look that up. And Shaz Smudge is just coming to say hello. I can hear her yowsing at the door. Okay, so let's try and find a name. Here we go. We have Linda Wilson. That's Linda Wilson's card. I'll leave that one visible. I really should have brought some water. That's that one. And this is the stamp set I was saying about the tree. This tree will make up several layers. So when you see it in the catalogue, it's got lots of layers. And the stamp, you can stamp it in the Stamparatus and then die cut each section away. And they've cut that into tag shape and some gold embossing on the bottom. Okay, and this is Jennifer Hill. Very nice. And then this is another one. Let me just let her in. We're nearly finished. Your chair's ready. So this one here is Olivia Studley. I'm going to open this one because I think this is a fancy fold as well. Good morning. Good evening, sorry. Just having a mooch around. So this has got several layers on here. Oh, yes, it is a fancy fold. Look, can you see this one? It's like a book fold. As you turn it, it's pulling the pages out, and it's got that stand-up piece in the middle there. Okay, and you've got this is white embossed on here, and then this trim is actually one of the dies in the stamp set. Okay, so that's quite nice on there. So different levels. So I'll put that one away. Come and say hello then. Up again. Smudge. No, she's mooching. Okay, and this is very popular, this set, isn't it? So this is a similar fold. It's like a double back fold in there. The same starry embossing folder has been used, and the trees and the bears underneath here, and the glittery ribbon again. So they are beautiful. And this is Michelle Hornback, sorry. So that's her card. And then this one here, this is mine, and I did my good old tissue paper technique. So I have done the layers on here. So I've used a layer of the black on the background with the stars on it. You can just see the embossing folder with the stars on it here. Okay, and then this piece in here is the faux silk. You have seen me do this one. It will be on one of the previous videos if you haven't. And it's the faux silk with tissue paper. So you're stamping the trees on there. I stamped, the grounding came from a different set. It was from the truck set. And then they've been squashed, haven't they? And then the sentiments, etc. on there from the same set. And I just put a little gem in the corner there. Okay, but that's just to give a technique-based card. So that was one of mine. So there we go. We have, that's 4 sets of cards tonight. Where are we for time? We're 22. I could quickly squeeze in, if you've got time and you'd like, I will squeeze in the masculine ones because there was only one of those. So let's squeeze a masculine set in, shall we? So this is a beer set. These swaps are all 10 people in them. And this textured embossing folder, that is raised. I don't recognise that one. That might be a die, actually. There are thousands of products in the catalogue, and I can't remember all of them. There is a beer set in there, I know, and I don't recognise this one. So I'll have to look into that one. And this one is from Jennifer Hill. She was in one of the other groups with me. It's the masculine envelope. And this is the Fishers. So this was looks like it's one of those trifolds. This is from Davida Lepka. I think we might have seen her already. What's she got here? Oh, yes, it is. It's one of these. I have done one of these a long while ago, but I haven't done it recently. So she's made it so that is the middle panel. But the panel is very close cut to those, but that fits in the middle there. So it kind of like dovetails through the middle. It's always nice to see different ones as to how they work. That's hers. The male cards are always awkward, aren't they? To make something for the men. The women are more easier, but I am saying that in a lower tone. So sorry, men. This one is from Virginia Kilmore. Okay, and this has got the bike ride set on it. I think she actually listed them on here. Fun on Wheels, that's called. You like the fish one? I like the shape of the fish one. You got more fish at the bottom because I used fish as well. So Fun on Wheels, grey granite, memento ink pad. It's a DSP was Earth and Elegance and Let's Go Fishing. So these two on the back here. Okay, so that's Virginia's. Then this one, these trees have been lovely. The leaves, the autumn, that little slip out there. So this is like a side panel card like so. This is from Whispers in Ink, Jennifer Merry Hampshire. Yeah, SCHER. But these leaves again, they are in the category, I think that's the autumn winter one. This is an embossing folder, beautiful. And then this one is the die cut, actually cuts that line in there for the veins. Really, really clever. So really like that one. I thought there was going to be more trucks than there were because it's been so popular. It's in the online exclusive and it's been so popular. But this is a nice one, and this is the first embossing folder I showed you from the trio on the online exclusives. But the truck is really, really pretty. It's lovely. And this is Stephanie Fletcher again. You can tell by her style. Okay, it's lovely. Oh, look, more fish. Oh, okay, we've got a few fish. So this, yeah, there's a multitude going on here. There is a frame here. This is the Let's Go Fishing set, I think. This is Lynn Feldkamp. Can you see on here all these layers, these windows? These are shapes that is a die within the Let's Go Fishing set. So you have the flies that sit on top. You've got the fish that's been fussy cut from the designer series paper. Or if she says she's got the bundle, she might actually have that as a die. I don't know. And I like the wobbled twine up here, the linen thread. Really pretty. So that is Lynn Feldman. This is the same. It's got different circles and ovally shapes on there. That's a punch. And that's got the piece of the rope in there with the silver going through it. This one is from This is from Gone Fishing. Sorry, it's Gone Fishing, not Let's Go Fishing. And this is Linda Wilson. Okay, she's put a little strip across the bottom there. Really nice. It's lovely to have these out on display so people can see what products are around. And sometimes when you see the products made, they are a lot nicer in person than they look in the catalogue. Doesn't do it full justice. So again, this is some silver foil under here, and some of the fish. And this is it. Feels embossed. That's an embossing folder on the back there, stamped in embossed. Okay, HB is the dies, the alphabet a la mode, and this is from Michelle Sturgeon. Okay, now this one was mine, so you can see this one. See, it's mine. The fish, I fussy cut all my fish from a 12-inch sheet of designer series paper. You get 2 the same in each set. And I sat in the car going on a 4-hour drive to Manchester, across a couple of hours to Wales, and then back again to collect our niece and stay overnight and come back. And I fussy cut loads of the fish, so I'd got them ready to use when I made my cards. So it is a good masculine set, and they are quite easy to fussy cut. There are actually is another 2 sheets of paper, all in blue, so blue fishes. So actually there's 4 pages you could fussy cut. Without looking it up, not sure whether the dies, there is a die in there to cut those instead of fussy cutting them. Okay, but really nice cards. So that was the masculine set. So that's 5 batches of 10 should be that we've just been through. Okay, masculine group 3. So there we go. So I'm going to bring you back to me. I'll take that off and bring you back. There we go. So hope you liked all of those. That should have been roughly 50. If they're all complete, they should have been 50 cards there. To give you some inspiration. So it's Swap Ideas Day, and hopefully I've swapped a fair few. I think you've got value for money tonight. Okay, so thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed those, and stay tuned. I will be back now Wednesday. This is one of those funny weeks. Wednesday I will be away in a motorhome for 3 days, so I won't be online on Wednesday night. I'm going to try tomorrow afternoon and get a video recorded, but I'm not making any promises because time is short. But there will be photos from the trip while we're away, just catching up with a couple of ex-colleagues. Okay, so that's Wednesday, but I'll be back on Sunday. If I don't go live on Wednesday, I'm home on Friday lunchtime, so I will probably pop up as a quick pop-up on Friday instead. Okay, so if you don't see me Wednesday, then just put a pencil in your diary and just pop it in for Friday. Okay, so that's all from me for now. The Christmas catalogue is live. It's very popular. There's lots of things in there. All I would recommend is you buy sooner rather than later. If you've got any urgent pieces that you want to buy, then just get hold of those first. Let me know your orders. I can see some likes and hearts going up there, so that's lovely. Thank you, girls. And I will be back with you very soon. Okay, so bye for now. I'm going to have the fan back on again in a sec, and hopefully cool down.